Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Matthew chapter 24. This is going to sound a lot like our last time together. Matthew 24 is one of the longest teachings of Jesus, and it's one of the most misunderstood. It's often also called the Olivet Discourse. Well, you guessed it, because Jesus speaks these words on top of Mount Olive, the Mount of Olives, overlooking Jerusalem and the temple. A lot of this is going to be repeat from the last time we were together. The disciples are impressed by the temple's beauty, but Jesus says, I tell you, truly, there will not be left here one stone upon another that will not be thrown down. That prophecy came true roughly 40 years later, when the Romans absolutely destroyed Jerusalem, including the temple. But what Jesus says next actually looks beyond that moment, and it looks toward his return and the final judgment. He talks about deception, chaos, and endurance of the faith. Jesus warns, see that no one leads you astray. Many will claim to come in Jesus' name, claiming to be him. But he says there will be wars and earthquakes and famines and rumors of wars and all the things, but these are just the very beginning. We would like for them to be the end. We would like to be taken away from them. But nowhere does it say that the faithful of God are not going to have to undergo these trials and temptations. He's saying the world is going to shake, but don't lose heart. These events are not signs of God's absence. They're reminders of God's redemption and purifying of the world. Then he tells his followers that they're going to face persecution and betrayal, and that the love of many will grow cold. This is what Second Thessalonians calls the rebellion, the apostasy, the people of faith leaving their faith behind. Jesus then references Daniel when he speaks of this thing called the abomination of desolation. It points first to the desecration of the temple in 70 AD, a very near event that some of those hearers would have seen with their own eyes and experienced with their own lives. But it also foreshadows a deeper rebellion and a deeper purging of the society against God's people. Evil is going to seemingly take center stage before God intervenes. This time will be full of deception, false messiahs, false signs, and Jesus says, hold fast. Immediately after those tribulations, Jesus describes cosmic signs. The sun is darkened, the stars fall, the heavens shake, and then they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven. Just like how he ascended in the cloud, he's going to come back in a cloud. And 1 Thessalonians reminds us that we're going to be caught up with him in that same cloud. So as Jesus returns, after all of the terrible persecution, we get to come and worship alongside him on that cloud as he's returning to bring that final judgment. And then there's the lesson of the fig tree. Jesus gives a picture of readiness. When the fig tree's leaves appear, you know summer is near. Likewise, when these things begin, you know his return is near. He's given us everything we need, so now it's time to be prepared. Be well, friends.